This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
I never knew anyone that was a sunshine girl.
I'm pretty sure there was like people that were paid to go out and find sunshine girls.
Oh, because that's not creepy.
Well, exactly. I was thinking that.
Just getting approached at West Edmonton Mall on a busy Saturday. Hello.
How old are you? Would you like to be a sunshine
Hi,
girl?
You're hot.
Yeah.
Can we talk?
So not the case anymore. I was just looking into it. I don't know why, but I just saw, as I was reading the news this morning, I saw a sunshine girl and I was like, oh, they still do this, eh?
Could I apply?
Well, I was thinking about asking you if you'd be willing to, just to see if we could get you in there.
You don't think I have sunshine girl potential?
Well, I think you're on the older side of it.
No, I'm not a geriatric sunshine girl.
Yeah.
Sunshine woman.
Sunset girl.
Everything's going down. Gravity has taken its toll. My mom always said that when I was younger, and I was like, I think I want a tattoo. She's like, girl, if you get a sun on your lower back, one day that sun's gonna set. She's like, trust me.
You should start that on our website and do Sunset Girls.
Play107.com/sunset girls. You can check weekly if anybody wants to submit their selfies. We are totally down. No filters allowed. Yeah, no, I will definitely apply to be a sunset woman.
So, as you were letting the dogs in this morning after they went and peed, you noticed something in the yard.
Ew. I've never seen a skunk before. So, I mean, it's early in the morning. My eyes aren't really awake yet. And I thought to myself, did somebody leave a potted tropical plant in our yard? Because it wasn't, I couldn't see the white strip. It was just its tail facing upward and like spiking out. So I thought it was like it looked like a pineapple from far away. And then it turned around and looked at me and I screamed. It was like the most disgusting, vile thing ever. Yes, I know that baby skunks are cute and they're not that harmful towards humans. And they're actually really good at getting rid of like bugs and whatever. It was the most terrifying thing. Just knowing that the dogs had just been out there in the same area as it.
And the fact that its tail was up likely meant it was ready to spray. So it would have saw them and been like, it had its protection mechanism ready to rip.
Yeah, and I don't know if it had an out because it was in the corner of the yard and it probably got through because the way our gate works is it's pretty open. Like critters could get through it easily, but it was near the fence at this point. So it was probably feeling quite trapped. It ended up getting out through underneath one of the fence posts that it got through a very small hole.
Yeah, it's a rodent.
Disgusting to watch. Anyway, close call. Could have absolutely been a hectic morning if both dogs got sprayed.
This was at 4:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
If you would have had two dogs covered in skunk, I would have had to leave you to deal with it, and I would have came and done the show solo and had to check in with you.
Oh my god!
Dealing with these dogs and like, what is it? The tomato?
No, okay.
Juice?
So apparently that doesn't work. Pouring.
That's
tomato.
an old wives' tale.
It's an old wives' tale. It doesn't actually neutralize the smell at all.
There's got to be some reason why people do it though. Like it has to work a little bit.
Maybe. I think just because the smell of that is strong as I don't know. But you're supposed to use diluted hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and dishwasher detergent.
Okay.
And you mix that together, and that's what you pour on your dogs. And apparently that's what gets rid of the smell. But I can't imagine, because Gordon doesn't like pools. I'd have to go to Walmart, get a baby pool. It would have been the worst morning ever.
A disaster.
I can't believe that's the first time I've seen a skunk, though. It blew my mind, because my eyes literally couldn't adjust to it because I didn't understand what I was looking at. I've never had a close encounter with a skunk. Our friend Jen had one living underneath her deck last summer. And it's because her neighbors never took their garbage out. They had it piling up. She was all pissed off.
I would imagine.
And then I guess it costs a lot of money to get the city to come and trap it. It's like $300 or something for them to come get the skunk. Yeah,
cheaper to just get a bow and arrow.
And apparently there are more skunks this year than they've ever seen before. The litters are up to like 13 to 16 pups. And
what?
And usually they only have about 6. And they're blaming the hot weather that we had last summer.
They're thriving.
They are thriving in their dens. And this is the time of year where the pups start to come out and explore the world on their own.
Oh, dang. So watch out for this.
Yeah, so just be aware.
If it looks like you have an exotic plant that you've never seen before in your backyard.
It was so weird. I guess it was because it was so early in the morning. I know that sounds like the most ridiculous thing ever, but I had no idea what I was looking at in that moment.
Yeah. So yeah, just be aware. I don't know what you should do. If there's a skunk nearby, make some noise and hope that it leaves.
They can't see very far. Trust me, I love animal facts so much. So they can't see very far at all. That's why there's such a high frequency of them getting hit by cars. They don't see them coming. So yeah, you probably you got to be loud.
Grab your car if you see one.
Run them over. No, just kidding. No, don't do that.
I need to vent.
No, not on a Monday.
Yeah, this is a perfect time for it. I let you drive.
Okay.
Once.
That sounds so sexist.
No, I didn't mean to say it like that.
I'm actually a very good driver. I am.
So you drove.
I just don't slow down around corners. That's like the only issue.
So yeah, I do probably about 95% of the driving with us, eh? When we're in a vehicle together.
Yeah, I'd say. I'm the DJ. Mm-hmm. That's why.
I take the back seat, my 10-year-old shotgun, and you're driving. And I'll never make this mistake again.
Okay.
Here's what you did in a matter of 5 minutes. You agreed to drop my daughter off at Dollar Tree by herself.
She's obsessed with Dollar Tree. She's like, all the other dollar stores, their things aren't just $1. The Dollar Tree.
So I'm like, I'll come in with you. And she's like, no, Lisa said I could go by myself. I really want to go by myself. Like, this is, a liberating moment. We were just going next door. So I'm like, okay, I guess you're going by yourself. Yeah. Thanks, Lisa.
We were in Tamarack, just off 17th Street there. So there's the Dollar Tree. And then right across the road is the Winners, which I just needed to stop in and get something for my mom. It was her birthday yesterday. I love you, Mom.
So then what'd you do?
I went inside and I got a couple things.
Mm-hmm. Just before that. Where'd you park?
Oh, so I pulled up to the door and I put my hazards on because I was only going to be in there for 2 minutes.
But you weren't.
Well, I got distracted because they were stalked. The one on 17th Street,
it's lit,
has so many good gifts. I was originally going to go in and just get a gift card, so that's why I was like, oh, I'll be in there for 2 minutes. But then I just started browsing.
So there I am, sitting in the back seat of your SUV with the window down, anxious about my daughter shopping by herself.
She's fine. She's in the double digits. Isn't that when they start to get independent?
Sure, but she had my credit card. So, like, I didn't know what she was buying. I didn't know who was around. She doesn't have a cell phone to call me if something went wrong. Like,
I told her to go in and get a Kit Kat for my mom. Mm-hmm. My mom likes Kit Kats. So it's going to be added to the gift bag.
She also got a bunch of toys for herself.
The most annoying toys I've ever heard. So it actually does make sense. You need to have a parent with children because they buy the worst toys.
And meanwhile, anxious about that, I'm also sitting there getting dirty looks from elderly people who are like, why is this able-bodied person just sitting in the back of this vehicle that's parked illegally with its hazards on?
The hazards mean it's legal.
No, that's not how it works.
You can be parked across the road, like blocking 2 lanes. If your hazards are on, it's all good. You can't get a ticket.
That's not the rules. Well, this is why I do most of the driving. Anyway, I'm sitting there just anxious as hell. Finally, I get out, go and get in the driver's seat, go and pick up my daughter, and then come back and get you.
Emily says that's her favorite Winners, too.
Okay. I hope she uses the parking spaces available.
I'm telling you, the hazards, you get away with everything.
You have a new addiction.
Yeah, I do. I have
crack cocaine.
No.
Oh.
Never have, never will. I do not have an addictive personality.
Wow, you told us. No, the Toronto Blue Jays, you're really into this team this year.
Oh, I absolutely love them. I'm obsessed with them. I need to go to a game.
Yeah, you do need to go to a game.
I want to hang out with Vladdy Jr. so bad.
Wow, you're even using like nicknames, shortening it up.
Yeah, I mean, on Saturday they had a doubleheader. And if you showed up at the door, you'd get a Vladdy and a daddy, 2 bobbleheads. You get Vladdy Jr. and his dad.
Wow, you've been really watching and paying attention.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm loving it. They are so entertaining to watch. Even like when they're not even on the field. It's when they're hanging out in the dugout.
Yeah.
Just being the best of friends. When Vladdy Jr. gets to any base, he is just chatting up the other team members. They all love him. They get excited when he gets to them.
Some baseball purists, I'll say, think that the Blue Jays are a bit of a joke because they have too much fun.
I love how much fun
they
they
put on
have.
the home run jacket and pose and throw sunflower seeds on each other.
They have the cutest coach. I want to pinch his cheeks.
Charlie Montoya.
He's the sweetest angel. Every time he has a post-game interview, I'm just like, aw, he's so proud of those boys.
Tough weekend.
Yes.
They lost both games in the doubleheader, and then they lost again yesterday.
I know.
3-game losing streak all of a sudden. How are you coping with that?
We'll get through this. See, it's so funny because Ryder is like, you can't be a bigger Blue Jays fan than me. I'm like, yes, I can. I knew when the games were on Saturday. Ryder didn't even know there was a doubleheader, guys. He didn't even know.
Okay, you know so much? When's Charlie Montoya's birthday then? I'm just kidding.
October.
Why would you know that?
It's October.
I have no idea.
Can you imagine if I was right? Charlie. I don't know.
right.
I don't even know how to spell his name.
So you need to go to a Blue Jays game, I suppose, hey?
Oh, I would love to go to a Blue Jays game. And I just want to meet Hazel. She seems awesome.
Wow, you're dropping all the names.
I know, right?
So we have sent the application for Lisa to be a sunshine girl. Woo! This is a long-time dream of yours.
No, it isn't. Not that there's anything wrong with being the sunshine girl. Like, that must feel pretty good.
Yeah.
My fear now is that it gets declined. And they're like, sorry. Not good enough.
No dice. But yeah, like this used to be a really big deal. I remember like a lot of people talking about it. You'd even like ask your buddies, she's the sunshine girl.
Yeah, you check
today.
the sunshine girl before the headline news.
Yeah, it was and now it's not nearly as big a deal. I think it just lives online, and it's out of Toronto, I think. Like today's sunshine girl, I was just doing some research.
Yes, of course.
For the show. And it's, Canada-wide sunshine girl now. So if you get it, I mean...
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So you said if we got 107 texts of support, you would know that there's enough support there to do this thing. We got over 300 texts. So I have sent in your application. I was wondering if you wanted me to read it to you.
Yeah, because I was like, hey, if we're doing this, I don't want to actually put the work in.
Right.
You can submit it for me. You can be my manager.
Your agent. I think I like that word better.
Agent is the word, yes.
For your bio, I wrote... My name is Lisa Evans. I do a radio morning show on Play 107 in Edmonton. I love complex carbohydrates,
True.
accidentally killing houseplants, and complaining about things that people normally don't complain about, like fireworks and vacation.
I'm so weird with vacation. I avoid taking any days off, and then when I do, I'm so bored that I just want to get back to work. It's so weird.
You're the only person I know that complains about vacation. I was like, hey, we could do this cool like cabin trip to my buddies. You're like, no, too far ahead. I don't want to get anxious. So what? You're just gonna sit at home?
Yeah, and then I sit at home and complain about being bored at home too. I'm just never happy. Who is though?
Anyway, there's your application.
Wow, thank you so much. So have you submitted it yet? Because this is just a joke, right? Like we're not actually going to send it.
It's been sent. You were kidding?
You weren't?
There is a 30% chance we'll see some more showers in the forecast this afternoon.
Yeah, what else is new?
Periods of rain tomorrow and a high of 15. Is this the rainiest spring you remember? You grew up in St. Albert.
Yeah, well, there was actually just a study that was recently done. Our stats came out that this is the rain. That was the rainiest June we've had in quite some time here.
Yeah, crazy. This is the first time I've contemplated, as somebody who lives in Alberta, I've been here for the last 10 years. This is the first year that I'm like, I should get an umbrella.
What a thought, hey? Where do you even get them? Walmart?
I have no idea. Like, I think if you walk into your average storefront in Vancouver, probably like everywhere is selling umbrellas. I bet they got Starbucks umbrellas there.
Totally.
But here they're a little tougher to find. I think you got to go to like a Canadian Tire maybe to get one.
Yeah,
Like
that would make sense.
Real utility umbrellas.
Go to Cabela's.
They have lights on them and a gun holster.
How much do umbrellas even go for?
I mean,
I've literally never bought an umbrella in my life.
We're all asking these questions for the very first time. So, yeah, settle in for another day of rain tomorrow. And then hopefully Wednesday, sunshine, and we can dry off a bit.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.